Hey, what's good, everybody? Let me adjust the volume because I can hear my voice being echoed. Anyways, what's good, everybody? And welcome back to the channel, Capri Social Network. I'm your host, Cap, and you're really in for a treat in today's video, ladies and gentlemen, because this here story is so hard to believe. In the same breath, so crazy, so twisted and sick to the point where you have no choice but to just listen to the whole entire story because I'm going to show three three different parts on behalf of this crazy story without further ado. And listen, make sure you listen closely. This gonna blow a lot of y'all mind too.
Okay, so I guess it's finally time for me to do the story time about how I got pregnant with my brother. So first, let's talk about the child. The child just turned two a couple weeks ago, and she's normal. Yeah, she's normal. She's healthy, very beautiful. I'm gonna make sure I post a picture of her. One second. Okay, so yeah, that's her. Nothing's wrong with her. I know like typically when you have like some incest type of stuff going on, your child could like potentially be like mental or autistic and stuff like that, but not the case with her. She's very normal. But I've met him like on social media. Mm. But see, the gag is my mom never told me that I was adopted. So I met this man and I was just like, damn, we look so much alike. Like so much alike. But I was on some, oh, that's my soulmate. Like we just vibe, we click, we go so good together and we look alike. Like or my man. I mean my man.
Now, after let me adjust the volume once again, and I can't stand when I hear my echo while I'm making videos. Like I wanted to say, in, in this here, after letting you hear just part one of this three-part series, this here is a perfect example of how rampant mental illness runs in the African American community. True enough, she stated that she was adopted as an excuse for how and why she got adopted by her brother. And like she stated in this very first clip, it is a well-known fact according to studies that anytime a relative may happen to have a kid by another relative, chances are that kid could usually have some kind of handicap. What it may be either a physical handicap or mental handicap. In some cases, both usually. Anyways, here's the second clip.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
Oops.
Okay. Part two of me telling y'all how I got pregnant by my brother. So I left off by telling y'all, how we looked at so much alike. So I just took that as, oh, this is my soulmate. Like we look alike, we vibe good, whole lot of other stuff. So yeah. Well, to go deeper into details, so at the time when he was hitting me up on social media, he had hit me up for like 3 years, but I had a boyfriend, and I don't do all that whole ass, you know, no whole festivities. So I never responded. I just used to open and close the message, like you can save it just so you can see, like, oh, you said something to me, but I ain't respond. I saved it. Um, so when me and my boyfriend had finally broke up, I was like, technically a junior in college, really a sophomore. But yeah, I was technically a sophomore, but really a junior. But that's a story for a whole nother day. So let's just say junior. So me and my ex boyfriend broke up when I was a junior in college, and then I ended up dating my my baby's father, which is still my man and currently. Um, But yeah, when I responded to him, I was just like, hey, let's link. And the story on how I think I'm gonna have to tell y'all about how I even got to responding to him on Facebook just so it can make sense, because I don't want y'all just be like, how you randomly respond to him? So I had this homegirl. She was one of the people who was like a part of the whole festivities at the time, but you know, she's very redeemed now. She's a wife or mom. But I used to be like, girl, where you find them from? And she'd be like, girl, you gotta respond to him on Facebook. So she was like, you gotta respond to him on Facebook, girl. They in the messages. So I'm like, okay, come on in. Let's, go through my messenger and see who we gonna respond to. So we at work at the time. I was working at Aeropostale. So we at work and we just going through my messenger, and like everybody that we clicked on, whether they probably like, no, immediately, no. So came across, his profile. And I'm like, I like him. He look good. He my type. So I responded, and literally within like 5 minutes, probably within 5 minutes, he responded back quick. Like I saw the bubbles popped up before I even exited out the messages. So when I said that, I hurried up and skedaddled. But yeah, so that's how I ended up hitting him up, because my friend suggested for me to find me up on Facebook, and that's what it is. So after I responded to him, whatever, I kind of feel bad because he had like a dude picture as like his cover photo, or like I don't remember if it was a cover photo or if it was just like a picture on his page or something, like him and his dude. So when me and my friend who I was telling y'all about is having this conversation, it's not just us. It's like 6 of us involved in this conversation. So everybody on the same time. So when we had came across my dude profile and was like, oh, he cute, we had tried to figure out like, what we gonna say. We can't just slide in the DMs dry. Like we gotta like, shoot the shot. So I had ended up texting him and was like, my homegirl want to know what's up with your friend, but I'm trying to see what's up with you. The fuck I do that for? So why he texts back and was like, so my friend is dead. He been dead for a few months now. So I'm like, should we abort the mission? Because what? Ain't no way we just failed the shot like that. But he ended up texting me like, shit, I do want you though. I've been trying to get it a minute. And I'm like, a minute? I don't know. I only see like one message on Facebook. He was like, you got to check the other site. So that's when I knew then that he had hit me up for like 3 years. I didn't know that he was him, if that makes sense. Okay, so the well anticipated part 3 of how I got pregnant by my.
Now, I wanted a lot of you to know this here will be the very last clip of this 3-part series. So listen closely about how she goes even more into detail about how she got pregnant by her very own brother. I kind of believe that she happened to know that he was her actual brother to start with. That she just wants to paint the illusion that she was so flabbergasted, so surprised after she got pregnant by old boy, only to find out that he happened to be her blood brother to start with. Anyways.
Okay, so I left off telling y'all how we ended up having a conversation or whatever. So fast forward, time gone by. I'm kind of gonna skip over a good chunk of stuff because it's kind of irrelevant to how we found out, but I just need to give a timeline. So time go by, we are together. He ended up going to prison. So he was in prison for 2 years. Backstory, he's been in prison twice. So in this story, he go to prison, he get out. I get pregnant. He's out for about 4 months, and he go back, and I'm pregnant, fresh pregnant. Okay, so that's the little backstory to that. So let's jump from when we started communicating to him going to prison. So where I want to go. So he gets out, and if y'all watch my TikTok, I posted a video of him getting released from prison. So when he got released from prison, we went on a vacation. When we went on that vacation, that I was like, we trying to make a baby. That's exactly what we did. We made a baby that day, like that trip. I was ovulating. I had tracked my ovulation for since I've had a period since I was like 16. So my like flow chart is very accurate. So we did the whole Mucinex method. Got pregnant. On that trip. So that TikTok that y'all see that's pinned or whatever from when we went to the Bellamere Suites, I got pregnant at that time. So at this time, me and him have been together for about 5 years. Yeah, about 5 years. So we had been together, like been together. So it was no point in like, the whole breaking up or whatever, because we've been together. And then we planned the baby. Like it wasn't like a mistake. We planned it. So that's another crazy factor in the whole situation. But mind you, up to this point, we don't know. We don't know. We do not know. So we listen, but we don't judge. Okay, so that whole trip go by. About a month later, um, find out I'm pregnant, and then about 2 weeks after I found out I'm pregnant, he go back to prison, y'all. Whatever. So I'm like mad annoyed because I'm just like, we didn't plan to have a baby, and you done left me with a baby. I'm like a single mom now, but I ain't, but I am type situation or whatever, blah blah blah. So anyway, I'm so trying to be in tune with my baby and forget about that whole situation. So I was like the extra mom. I always went and did like the extra imaging and the extra testing, and yeah, I want to know everything early. Da, da, da. I was that type of first time mom. So with my like baby daddy going back to prison so soon, like, and me being pregnant, a lot of people like try to question the the paternity. So I had did the like early DNA type of testing on the baby to go ahead and nip that in the bud, which he never had a concern because we literally planned the baby. But just to make other people bite their tongue, we did that. And that's when shit hit the fan. Now, I don't know all the like specific details to explain like what the test said for word, but basically it came back like it's a high percentage of like kin of the baby. So we like, what? So the doctor get to asking like, is you and your baby daddy like brothers and sisters? And we was like, no, well, he wasn't physically there, but I used to like have him on the little jail FaceTime while we was at the doctor's appointment. So I was like, no, we're not, or whatever. So he was like, well, this is weird, but basically y'all need to get that check, seen about, check into that, because it's showing that the baby is like basically double kin to itself.
Now, let me stop sharing my screen on behalf of TikTok. Go back to StreamYard. Personally, I feel like this here lady is full of it. And I wanted you guys to let me know, what do you think about this whole ordeal? What did she, in other words, happen to know from the very jump that this here guy, who happens to be her actual blood brother, according to the story, that whether she knew already that he was her blood brother, but like I said earlier, was trying to paint that illusion that she did not know from the jump. I mean, this whole story doesn't add up at all to me. And I also want you guys to smash that like button, comment, and let me know whether you agree like I do or not. Or what, in other words, whether you believe or not. Whether you do not believe, excuse me, the whole story that she claimed of her claiming that she didn't know her brother was her actual brother Starwin, because the whole story is crazy, and not only that, confusing, very confusing. Nor does it actually, nor does she actually give still enough valid details to prove how the guy who happens to be her blood brother and who she had a kid by, she did not know was her brother Starwin. This is also if she did, even if she did know he was her brother to start with, but wanted everyone else to think that it happened by accident. This story is so crazy, weird, and disgusting, all in the same breath. Anyways, you guys have a good one. I'm out.